We're joined now by Dean Narramore from there. Hi, Dean. Thanks for your time. Perhaps you can give us an overview of where your watching acts and your warnings are at the moment.
Yeah, thank you and good morning. There's a lot going on. Firstly, severe weather warning current for heavy to locally intense rainfall from Yamba all the way down to just north of Forster. Now that does include the towns and communities of Taree, Coffs Harbour, Port Macquarie and Kempsey. All those locations have seen in excess of 100 millimetres in the last 24 hours and rain is continuing to fall. Of most concern right now are residents and communities on both the Hastings River and especially the Manning River, where we're having major flooding on both of those rivers. The Manning River is expecting record flooding around Taree, and we're still seeing rises further upstream, which is leading to those devastating flooding scenes that we're seeing already around Taree and on that river. Further out, we have minor to moderate flooding pretty much on almost every river catchment between around Newcastle to around Coffs Harbour, and we're starting to see that rain really pick up at Coffs Harbour now as well, so likely to see that flood threat increase around Coffs as we go through the day and into Ballinger and possibly even into Dorrigo as well.
You talked about some of those figures for totals of rainfall. I mean, where has been the worst and what's coming next?
Yeah, look, huge numbers. If you look at, we saw, widespread 1 to 200 millimetres yesterday. Those same places have seen another 1 to 200 millimetres since 9 o'clock yesterday to today. So we're looking at 2-day totals in many areas of 200, 300, 400 millimetres. Some locations even up to 500 millimetres in the last 48 hours. And that's what's leading to this widespread flash and riverine flooding. And unfortunately, we probably still have another 100 to 200 millimetres to come in the next 24 to 48 hours in that same area from around Taree all the way up through around the Coffs Harbour area, with isolated falls up to 250 to 300 millimetres possible.
How long is it taking for this system to move north of you, as you describe?
Yeah, very slowly. So we're still seeing that rain through Taree. It has ears a little bit through Newcastle, but Taree North is the focus today, particularly around Port Macquarie up through Coffs Harbour and maybe to just south of Grafton. That'll be the focus today and tonight. Then it's going to increase a little bit as we move in Thursday as the system gets another oomph of energy, unfortunately, which means more widespread heavy rainfall. Then finally another system will come and grab it and move it south out of the area, but that's not until around Friday afternoon. So we've still got at least another 2 days of rainfall for the mid-north coast and upper Hunter.
Is there any problems being experienced with swell out at sea, with wind?
Yeah, thankfully the damaging wind threat has eased, thankfully for our coastal areas. Still breezy, but not reaching up to that kind of 80, 90 kilometre hour range. Our dangerous coastal conditions have eased a little bit, but we still have hazardous surf conditions for much of the New South Wales coast from Sydney to the Queensland border, and that's pretty much dangerous for rock fishing, boating and swimming.